We are live. We are live. What is going on, y'all? This is Scram Punks, episode 25. Moss is still nowhere to be found, and TRS is nowhere to be found. Nethus is here. Thank you for showing up, Nethus. I appreciate it, brother.
No
How you
problem
doing
at
today?
all. Always here for Scram Punks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And we have a special guest. It's a guy I recently met. He's an Xbox guy. That's why I like him personally, because I don't know him personally, but he's an Xbox guy, so we have something in common. FC Violent, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining us.
Not much, man. Not much, man. You already know what it is. Got to represent for the green. I mean, someone got to do it, right? So here we are. Appreciate the invite.
Someone got to do it, It's not too many diehard Xbox guys around. I mean, there's a few, but damn, it's rough for us out here in these streets, man. So what's going on with you guys? Nethus, what you been playing, man?
I haven't really been playing much, though. I did put in about 9 hours into the Anthem demo or whatever the hell you call it, a beta.
9 hours.
And I gotta say, that Anthem demo on the PC is fucking glorious. Playing the game at around 60 FPS, sometimes I dip down to 45 because the game is demanding and there was some lag, but the game is just fucking amazing, and I can't wait to get it on full release. I'll probably get the EA Premiere or whatever. That way I can just have it day one. I think that's a smart decision.
Oh yeah. I actually I wouldn't say I put that many hours in it, but I really enjoy it myself. And so what about you, Violent? What you been playing, bro?
So I've been on a little bit of vacation, but I just came back. I was playing a little bit of the Anthem on PC as well. I'm gonna get it for the PC and the X. Them frame rates is the truth. But honestly, I've been playing this game called Frostpunk on the PC at the moment. It's addicting, man. I can't get off of it.
Frostpunk, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's an RTS game. It's like post-apocalyptic with storms and stuff. I don't know. I like it.
Okay, sounds interesting. Myself, I've been I just finished Leon Kennedy's version on his playthrough on Resident Evil 2 remake. Now I'm on what's her name? Claire. I'm on her shit. So pretty good game, man. I'm enjoying it. Also Anthem is pretty cool too. So
yeah. A lot of people are really liking that Resident Evil 2, and the game's selling well, and I'm glad for that franchise. Because Resident Evil, I don't really play the franchise, but I know it's been going through a struggle with its identity and stuff.
Like breaking up a little bit, Nethus.
Oh, I am shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just on my end. Yeah, yes. Are you heard it too, Violent?
No, I heard it.
Am I still breaking up?
Now you sound better.
No, you sound better now.
Yeah, but no, I was just saying that Resident Evil 2, a lot of people are enjoying it. And that's awesome to see because a franchise like Resident Evil, which I don't really play the franchise, but I know it's been kind of on the decline and lost its identity a little bit with a few of those games. And, I'm glad that's bouncing back.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think it's a lot, especially the nostalgia factor. I don't know. Neither was you around when Resident Evil 2 came out? I heard you.
No, I wasn't even born yet. But
yeah. Well, there you go. But I plan on picking it up just to play it, to see how much different it is. I heard good things about it though. So.
And you know what's crazy about me? The original Resident Evil series, the 1, 2, and 3. I liked them, but I didn't because the controls was really bad back then. Even back then, it was bad to me.
Camera angle.
Yeah, but these remakes of these games are absolutely amazing. Because the first Resident Evil game I ever finished was 7. Right?
Dang, bro.
Yeah, because I couldn't get it down with those controls, bro.
That's the first one I bought.
Really?
Wow, man.
Yeah, I never beat it though. I got pretty far though.
Yeah, so I don't like to have too long of a podcast, but I do like to have a nice, intense podcast. So let's talk about. We were talking about it for a week, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about this Crackdown 3. What is going on with my Xbox brothers? Are losing their mind about this Crackdown 3. Moss has been talking shit for a week straight.
Yeah.
Nethus has been doing the same. Zaire, everybody been talking shit about Crackdown 3. They're disappointed in the game. The game does, it is downgraded, to be honest. But does it deserve this hate? Let's go with before we go to Nethos. Let's go to Violet first, brother. How you feel about this?
Man, I think it's crazy. just the sheer amount of negativity to this game is beyond me, man. Like I expect a couple days, maybe one, but posting on Twitter, then making 3 videos, and then Eth making one, and then your boy Moss making one. I actually watched Moss's video. He made a lot of good points about Crackdown and then maybe the direction of Microsoft, but I just think I think it's a little overkill for a game that majority of people don't even want to play or are even hyped about playing. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, I feel you, man. What about you, Nethos?
All right, this is going to be a big topic, but what I will say is the reason, or at least partly the reason why Crackdown seems to be getting a lot of hate, and a lot of it deservedly so, I think, is because Crackdown was a game that Microsoft wanted to bring and make it into a huge franchise. They announced it back in 2014, and then they started teasing things about cloud destruction, CloudGen, cloud compute. It was at the time where Microsoft was even hyping the power of the cloud. And I remember back then I was like, you know, I don't give a shit about Crackdown single player. I hate those type of games. I don't like Saints Row or anything. But if that multiplayer is what they're cracking it up to be, or if they have next-gen destructibility, something that's even better than what you see in Battlefield with its cloud power and a truly destructible city, that would be a completely different experience every time and unique destruction. Not destruction that's, you know, pre-made or anything, but this is destruction that's happening physically right in the game, right in the let's see, they're powering it with what, 12 Xboxes or something, something crazy like that. I couldn't wait. And then, you know, they kept showing the single players at the E3s and stuff. I was like, all right, I don't give a shit about that. Why are you hiding the multiplayer? And then I remember someone named Jay Fonzarelli. He had the insight. He said, you know, something might be wrong with Crackdown, guys. They keep refusing to show it. Every time they do show it, people shit on it. We remember that great Comic-Con footage where they basically delayed the game right after people slandered it. And then at the, what was it, XO18, we finally get to see the Crackdown multiplayer trailer. And my God, was that shit a downgrade. No longer were you in a big city. No longer was the destruction, you know, seemed like it was going to be cool. You were just in these small arenas, and it was only 5-on-5. And I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, this isn't right. This is a literal definition of a downgrade. We make fun of Sony with Spider-Man saying like, oh, look, they're missing puddles, blah, blah, blah. His suit looks different. Uncharted 4, we say that game doesn't live up to what its reveal trailer is. Horizon Zero Dawn, and maybe that stuff's true. I'm not even so sure right now, but Crackdown is a clear downgrade. Not only on a graphical standpoint, because that's not even what I'm upset about. It's the gameplay is significantly different. The multiplayer is not what I was hoping it to be. I wasn't expecting everything that multiplayer footage to show up because that's very ambitious. But to this point where it almost looks like their destruction isn't even fully like cloud or whatever. Like a lot of it looks like it is pre-made. We saw a video by King Thrash where he brought up good points. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. The thing's looking spooky, and it's only 5-on-5 on these tiny maps. And when people play, they say the shit feels like paper. It feels like cardboard. Like this doesn't even feel like destructibility. It's just you just kind of walk through walls and shit, and it just kind of crackles and blows up. I remember he touched the window, and the window completely collapsed. It wasn't even at running speed. So at the end of the day, you know, that's why I'm upset about the game. I think that is probably the biggest downgrade in this entire generation. Now,
hold on.
Yeah, you're botting.
You're botting again, Neeples. You're botting again, bro. Yeah, you botting.
Yeah, you go fix that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Well, you guys got my point. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, listen, man. I understand everything you said. It's obvious that this project was a little bit too ambitious for them. Now, Phil Spencer even kind of admitted that it kind of was too ambitious. Obviously, that's the problem that took the game so long to come out, was this, you know, multiplayer destruction. And no, yeah, obviously it doesn't look as good as it did in 2015. I understand all of the criticism. It is deserved criticism, to be honest with you guys. But I just think it's overkill at this point. I mean, I think the PlayStation guys are loving this. You know, the Xbox guys that's constantly bashing, I think it's overkill. Okay, we get it. Yeah. Does it deserve to be bashed for a week straight? I don't think so. We still haven't played the game yet. I mean, I can't think of a game.
Important to me.
I can't think of a game that got this much hate before it came out. Besides, what, Infinite Warfare, maybe.
With the down votes on YouTube.
No, just yeah, but just hate in general. You know, Sea of Thieves got hate after it came out because it was dog shit, right? But before it came out, we have none of us have played this game except for, you know, the media, and it is ridiculous the hate is getting. Now, maybe I'm just an Xbox fanboy right now. Maybe I'm damage control and like shit, but I just think it's a little bit too much. I mean, the first day, yes, I get it. The second day, but it's going on a full week, y'all. It's come on, man. Damn.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, I think there's multiple reasons. Like, we were discussing this behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, you know, Xbox hasn't really been putting out games, especially AAA games, besides Forza, which Forza is great. I'm not going to deny that. But after 5 years of development, after multiple cancellations of games like Fable, games like Scalebound, we end up with this Crackdown, and not only does it not even remotely live up to its original promise, it just looks bad. It looks like it plays bad. People's first impressions are like mixed at best. And honestly, I feel like when the 15th gets here, you know, people are just going to be very, very disappointed by the game. Maybe you like the single player or whatever, because I'm not into those games. I'm not into Saints Row. I like GTA because it's more grounded, but like the superhero open world, I don't know, GTA like clones, honestly, I don't like those. Unless if it's like a superhero game like Spider-Man or Batman, you know, I don't really get into those. But that's just me.
Yeah, man. Like, just with the whole Crackdown thing as well, just to you know, to put an end to it, really. Yes, you're right. Like, it's been 5 years, but you gotta note, you gotta give a little bit of information behind the 5 years. It's been what? How many developers have gone through Crackdown? It was like 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we finally got Sumo Digital on board for the single player, and the main issue that caused the delay was the cloud you know, destruction that they were having issues with. See, my thing is, and I think a lot of other Xbox guys, when they see this, yes, it's a downgrade. Not even gonna lie, like, it's obvious. If you have eyes, you can see that's a downgrade. But I mean, you cannot say that the cloud doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't work to what they say it, you know, that it was going to do. But the fact that it's actually operational, maybe at the very bare bones state, I just feel like you could take that and evolve with it. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine Gears or, you know, Coalition getting their hands on them? You know what I mean? Like, these actual first party devs, who you know, who has the, you know, the developers around them, the initiative, those guys picking it up, or 343. So that's what I see, and I'm thinking, man, like, when we actually get some quality devs on the actual cloud computing aspect of it, it's gonna be great, man. That's the hope that a lot of Xbox guys also have, and we're gonna see firsthand. So we'll see.
You know what's crazy, Violent?
What's up?
When that shit comes out, and it's gonna be as bad as everybody think it's gonna be, we're gonna have to deal with this shit again, man.
Oh, I know.
We're gonna have to deal with multiple days.
We dealt with it with the E3 last year? Dealt with it with
man.
I mean, I just think people are scorned because not only do you have this game coming out, and it's just kind of disappointing looking, and probably will be a disappointment, but you had games like Scalebound canceled.
See, that's another thing too. That I was arguing with a PlayStation dude online. This guy was like just talking trash to Crackdown. I'm sitting there like, why are you don't even have an Xbox? But then the guy's like, oh, but I would have bought an Xbox for, you know, Scalebound. Microsoft canceled it because they wanted multiplayer. And I'm like, where are you getting this information? The reason why they canceled it, it's a money pit, man. They were having issues. This Platinum Games were making 10 other games. Like, if I was paying a service, like, yo, bro, I need you to fix my fence. It's like, yeah, I got you. I contract this out to you, right? And I noticed this dude's fixing everybody else's fence. I'm like, dude, I paid you to fix my fence. You know what I mean? And you're not doing it. I'm gonna take my money back. I'm gonna cancel the deal. And that's exactly what happened. Like, am I disappointed the fact that Scalebound didn't come through? Of course. I like Japanese type of games. Look at my avatar. Like, that's my bag. But you can't fault Microsoft for canceling Scalebound when they weren't making any progress on it. And another thing too, it's not like Microsoft's the only company that cancels games. Sony cancels games all the time as well. Every company does. So I don't know. Everyone likes to do one-sided arguments, and
but in all fairness, we also bring up, it's not so much that you just canceling the games, it's that you don't even replace them either.
True.
Yeah.
That is a big issue with that.
But that was a tumultuous era, though, man. Like, you gotta look at the whole totality of things, right? Like my boy Moss, his main thing is, you know, Phil and a whole bunch of Phil bashing. Cool. Like, if you hate Phil, I understand that. But you also got to understand, like, what happened in the first 3 or 4 years of Xbox, man. Xbox had 3 first-party studios. That's fucking pathetic. I don't know if we're allowed to cuss, but that's pathetic. You know what I mean? Like, now over 1 year, 2018, it went from 3 to 13. Well, like, why is that? You got, you know, like, is that a progression? Like, what changed? Why is that? And why is Xbox still profitable even after all, like, the bad stuff that has happened? You know what I mean? Like there's so many
exactly.
points to it. Like I'm just saying. Like for me as an Xbox guy, primarily, I mean, yes, Crackdown is a letdown. You know what I mean? When it comes to what it looks like, but I'm still looking forward to trying it out. Maybe it's fun. We never know. But it's the last of that era, honestly. I mean, I know you guys don't like to hear that, but it's the truth.
They don't want to
hear that because it's the truth.
I think what people don't like hearing is saying, yes, it's the last of the Don Matrick era, but it is fact, but you have to also admit it wasn't like Phil Spencer didn't have any control over this game. This game was announced in 2014. It's coming out in 2019. He had plenty of input on the game.
True.
We can't hide behind it was Donnie D's fault.
That's true. That's true.
There's plenty of blood on Phil's hand.
That's true. I think one of the main problems that Microsoft has had is when it comes to development of their games when they license them out is that they don't have their developers doing it. You know what I mean? Like everyone says Forza, Halo, Gears, right? Microsoft had 3 developers, so you're making 3 quality games from those 3 developers. You know what I mean? Now that they have 13 developers, maybe we'll get more quality games. Hopefully, I feel like we will because of the shared technology and the fact that it's one of Microsoft's own studios doing it. And with Crackdown, who's the developer? Sumo Digital. Do you guys know who Sumo Digital is? It wasn't even them who started. Who started it first?
Was it Ruffin or like Ruffin did?
I think it was Ruffin.
Or they might did the most.
We don't even know. It's been so many developers.
It's so many.
It's just a hot mess. That's what it is.
Yeah. It is, man. You know, don't get me wrong. It is, man. It is. I just want to. You know what? To be honest, this generation has been difficult. We all know.
Yes.
It's been a mess, and I know Crackdown. Looking how it looks is like there's more fuel to the fire of Sony. Absolutely destroying Xbox exclusives this generation. It is because Crackdown was a game we were kind of anticipating. I enjoyed the first Crackdown like you did. Like you said, Violent. I enjoyed it,
fun.
So I kind of knew what was coming. But I understand the disappointment. I do.
Yeah, so I mean, I will admit to your point. It is almost a little ridiculous how much hate the game is getting. Yes, but I think it's all just amplified by multiple degrees. So you have to think about the ponies. Ponies are a lot louder than Xbox. There's a lot more of them too. Yeah. So they're hating on the game. That adds fuel to the fire. Then you got Xbox guys who are just disappointed with the game, like Z, like Monty Moss, like all them, and even me. And we're adding fuel to the fire. And you have the game in development for over 5 years and it survived the other cancellations. And those other cancellations, honestly, Fable, Legends, and shit, probably will be better than this Crackdown. I'm going to be honest with you. Scalebound probably would have been better. Yeah. But I think that's what it really is. It just boils down to the Xbox fan base is just so upset right now because they're getting their ass kicked that we have this coming out and, you know, it just doesn't even look like a contender.
And you know what?
It looks like the last place guy finally got to the finish line.
And you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's honestly, I'm about to be absolutely honest right now. That's kind of what it is, right?
It is.
We've been getting destroyed this generation. We want Crackdown. We wanted that.
And our champion looks like bullshit.
Yes. We wanted it to be better than what it is. Now, I do think the game's going to be fun. I really do, and I might buy it myself. But that's what it is, Nate. You hit the nail right on the head. We are disappointed deep down inside. We're disappointed. Some of us might not admit it. But so we're disappointed because Crackdown was going to be that new technology, that cloud technology was kind of going to be that savior for us. Like, take this, ponies. Y'all can't do this shit, you know. So, and it doesn't look nowhere near as good as 2015. But that's kind of what it is. I think we're kind of this. Damn it, man, Microsoft. But the future does look great, though.
It does.
Yep, and that actually, believe it or not, FC Violence, where I start agreeing with you on some points. I can't wait for the future. I can't wait for the next generation because I really do think Microsoft's going to turn a lot of shit around. Are they going to win the generation? Hell no.
Nope.
But it looks like they're going to actually start putting out quality games. They got the right people in the place, and they got these budgets. They clearly are buying studios left and right. I don't think they're going to turn out bad games. I know some people are worried, like Bonnie Moss. Fair enough that the direction that Phil and his team are going to go isn't going to really be worth it. And maybe he's right. Maybe he's not. But in my opinion, Phil has put out good games. Even the Donnie D games in the beginning of the generation, Phil was head of first party during that time. He was nourishing a lot of these games. He knew what was up. Did he rush out some games like Halo 5? Maybe. Yeah, sure. But I think the next generation, they're going to turn things around. I don't think Ninja Theory is suddenly going to start making bad games. I don't think Obsidian's going to start making bad games.
I agree.
And, honestly, Xbox, the real issue is they didn't have the money. Like, I know people don't like to hear that.
And
they don't like hearing what's his name? Terry Myerson's the boogeyman. People don't like to hear that.
Thanks for saying that, by the way, because Moss he
hates that. Yeah, he hates it too. He's like, it's Microsoft. I mean, you know what I mean? No, it's two different companies, bro.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is what basically happened. You had a new CEO come in with Satya Nadella, my uncle. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. So he came in, and he's like, he goes to every division of Microsoft, and he wants to make Microsoft big again. Ever since he came into power, their stock is so much higher than what it was.
Number one.
And basically, he went to every division. It's like, why do we even have you? And Microsoft, and Phil Spencer and Team Xbox, they basically had to prove why they can stick around. Why you have things like Win 10 and Play Anywhere is strictly because he has to appeal to Satya Nadella's idea. Satya Nadella doesn't believe in things like exclusives and all that. He believes in an open platform, putting your services as many places as you can get it so you can make the more money. That's why Play Anywhere is a thing. And once Phil finally convinced him with Play Anywhere on the PC, things like xCloud streaming, where it is a first-party streaming thing. It's they're using their own cloud technologies to stream these games, get it to 2 billion potential gamers. That's what got Satya Nadella on board. And with competition like Apple entering the thing, Verizon, how many do we got? We got how many? FC Violent? Amazon, Google, all these people, these are Microsoft's competitions. Google, Amazon, Apple, those are the big boys Microsoft looks at. So Satya Nadella, when he got word of that, he probably went to Phil Spencer, like, all right, maybe I should invest into this gaming. And even with me not investing a dime into your fucking shit, you're still churning out profits somehow.
Exactly. And then that's the crazy part about it. The crazy part about it. Imagine when games come out. Imagine when Gears, like you're talking about our king. Nah, Crackdown's not the king. I don't know who's king y'all thought it was. Gears is the king for 2019. And you about to see it.
And you know the thing about Crackdown, it's like last year with State of Decay and Sea of Thieves, we was expecting
17 was rough, man. 18 was rough too.
2 games wasn't it, right? Though obviously those 2 games wasn't it.
Nah.
A year later, we need that something, and Crackdown 3 is probably not going to be it. I think that's why we're really maybe that's why Needles and them tripping and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something, like, especially if guys don't like that type of game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of State of Decay personally. I played the first one.
I love State of Decay.
I love that game. No matter how you never played a game where it's so bad that you like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your boy Moss with the 76. The only person I know that plays it. But
literally the only person I know to play.
The only person I know that plays it.
You know he's shaking his fist listening to this.
Hey, tell him to get on, man.
There's
another one. I don't know, man. It's like left brain, right brain type of stuff. I don't know, but
but basically, and I will give Moss credit on this front. It isn't necessarily that Terry Myerson was a boogeyman just to fuck over Xbox. Basically, the truth is, a lot of people at Microsoft just didn't like the Xbox division. They thought it was a complete waste of money. They thought it was a waste of coding talent to have those people on gaming instead of doing Win 10 shit. And basically, Satya Nadella put Terry Myerson over Phil to watch him and keep a constraint on his budget and shit like that. But now that he sees that gaming is a pillar of Microsoft, that is fact. He promoted Phil to the board. He got rid of Terry Myerson. And now you see the fruits of the labor. You see instantly when he got promoted, what happens? FC Violent, he bought a fuck ton of studios.
10
He's hiring people left and right.
In 1 year.
If we really think the next generation is going to be better, I think you're almost in denial. Maybe you're worried about the type of games Phil Spencer might like, because he does like games like Sea Thieves and all that. But at the end of the day, Phil Spencer isn't the head of Xbox gaming. He's the head of Xbox and Microsoft gaming. But yeah, Matt B is the head of those first-party studios. And Matt B, believe it or not, he worked at Midway and shit with Mortal Kombat.
Right.
He has experience. People don't like to remember that Matt B's in charge of there now, but yeah, things are about to get real. Now it sucks to have to say, wait until the next generation, wait until E3.
It is what
that
it is.
hurts. But at the end of the day, it's just the reality. That's just what it is. It is what it is.
The gen is over with, man.
But let me ask you this though. Let me ask you guys this. Last gen with the 360 era, everyone's like, Xbox did their thing. But the last couple years, would you say that Xbox
terrible?
Was it good? Did they finish with a bang, or did they die out?
Listen, violent. I'm sorry, I call you violent and shit. I'm sorry, bro. I have this thing where sometimes I just get bored and watch an old E3, right?
Yeah.
So over the last year, I pretty much watched every Xbox E3 there was. Let me tell you something. From 2010 to 2013, it was absolutely terrible. Well, I'm sorry, 2012. No, like 2009 to 2012 was absolutely terrible. It was connect.
Exactly.
Absolutely terrible, man. Oh my goodness, that was the worst thing that ever happened to Microsoft. Was the first Connect being a success. The worst thing that happened to them.
And then that also transferred on to the next gen the first couple of years with the Connect. So my point I'm trying to make is that the difference between that gen, the ending and the beginning of the new gen, to the ending of this gen, where we're ending with Gears 5. You know what I mean? With Ori, some big hitters. Like, I mean, Ori is a smaller game, but it's a great game. Right. In my opinion, it should be game. Like it might be a contender if The Last of Us 2 isn't coming out.
But
for Game of the Year. If you had Celeste making Game of the Year, fuck out of here. Like, Ori's better than that. But I'm just saying, like, just transitioning from that to 2020. That's why I'm positive. It's completely different.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. All right. Anything else on this topic, fellas?
I think we beat it down, and honestly, good conversation, guys. Didn't get ugly.
Yeah, damn good conversation. We're going to stick on the Xbox topic. Inside Xbox was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yep.
And what do you guys think about it? First time giving my opinion, a little bit too long. There was a couple of slow spots in there, but I felt this was the best Inside Xbox that they had so far. They actually had some good information. Some good interviews. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it myself. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go first because I didn't get to actually finish the thing. I have about 40 minutes or so left, but what I will say is it was pretty good so far. I don't know about the best because I haven't finished it yet, but I got to the part where they basically announced a whole Halo event and stuff, and I think that was fucking awesome. And what I did appreciate so far, maybe it gets worse as it goes on, but what I did appreciate is they kept the cringe factor down. You know how they always do all those funny skits and stuff? They're always cringy and bad. I hate them. Yeah. But so far, I've only really seen one where he was eating like Jello and said it was brains. That was dumb. But I did enjoy him talking with Matt B, having those type of interviews. And honestly, if they want to keep Inside Xbox like this,
hold on. King Thrash, don't start your shit. But go ahead.
King Thrash. Shout out to him, by the way. He had a great podcast too. But anyways, yeah, I like the interview and stuff. I think it was Lori, someone from Mixer. I hope she becomes like the host of Inside Xbox because the way she was doing that show was so much better.
With the Mohawk?
I think she has like a fade or something. I don't even know. But she's from Mixer or whatever. I hope she takes over Major Nelson's spot on Inside Xbox because the way she does it sounds so cringy, and that she actually does good interviews and stuff where Major Nelson is having music videos saying "Yeah, boy." But anyways, you guys go ahead now.
He's lame as hell.
Man, I think I'll take. Yeah, so for me, I thought it was a pretty good show. Normally it's I don't even bother watching it, to be honest with you. I always catch the highlights because it bores me to tears. But this show, it was better in the sense that I think it was short. Didn't they shorten it by an hour or
30 minutes?
30 minutes. Okay, yeah, which was I think they needed to shorten another 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was still too long. Yeah.
Honestly, but I think the main takeaways for me, the Crackdown trailer or for the single play actually looked pretty good. I'm out of all of us here, I think I was actually kind of, that actually made me want to be more interested in the single player just by looking at that. And the second thing is the Matt Booty interview that they did, and how he's talking about how pretty much the studios are ready to go. Like, there's games to be shown. That's what he said. So I'm hoping for E3 2019, like, we're going to see some games. So that got me excited. I'm thinking Ninja Theory. I think Ninja Theory is going to.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. They're going to show their new game off this year. And you know what else I like about the show? They actually had some information. They actually unveiled that new, like, Mortal Kombat character. Mm-hmm. They actually had some stuff to talk about. It wasn't just that, like you said, niggas, that cringy, boring. I mean, there was some boring spots in this one. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, brains.
Yeah, that shit was so lame. It really was. But there was some actual information. Like I like the Division, so that was a good little like time with the showing about the Division.
Mm-hmm. Mortal Kombat, that was awesome to see that.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. I thought it was a good show. It was one of their best ones, I think, because like for the majority. I mean, I know that's not saying much, because most of them have been dog shit, all of them pretty much, but yeah, it was actually decent.
What do you guys think about Sony not showing anything? It's been how long is it gonna be? It feels like a year and a half, going on 2 years.
I think what Sony's basically planning to do is just like get rid of all of their shows this particular year, and then they're just going to gear up to do a super show and announce the PS5
with the PSX.
Yeah, like or something along those lines. But basically, they're going to do one big show where they announce the PS5, and you can probably expect that around holiday 2020.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all that shit, man.
Kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't think they're gonna do one this year, Nethos? You don't think they're gonna do a PSX this year? Just your opinion.
No, I mean, I'd say they're going to do a show this year, and then that's where they announce the PS5. I don't know if it's going to be PSX, but they're going to do something big. I think they already canceled Paris or whatever. Actually, no, there is no PSX this year, right?
Nope.
Yeah, there is no PSX, but they're going to do one show at least.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man, because I'm just anxious. Because listen, as an Xbox fan, I'm ready to get the fuck out of this generation, bro.
Facts.
I want to see, look, next generation, Sony's still going to win, but I think it's going to be more competitive as far as. Listen, okay, I'm gonna play it like this. Us Xbox guys will have a little bit more ammunition next generation in debates. That's all I'm gonna say. Because this one, we didn't have much ammunition.
We had it all in the beginning, and then it sizzled down.
Oh yeah, man.
Man, it's crazy.
King Thrash says he feels that they're going
to. They will do 2 shows. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see PS5 March 2020. I keep seeing that type of stuff. I don't think Sony's gonna ever do like a March console release or whatever. I think it's gonna be a holiday. Yeah, I would think it's.
They did that with the PS2 though, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know if they will go back to it because the holiday times you get just so much money,
right?
Because like everybody's waiting to spend that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, the Switch did it.
I mean, Chris. Yeah, I guess the Switch did do it, and the Switches sound like fucking crazy. So yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to all of this shit, man. The PS5, the next Xbox. I'm looking forward to all of it, bro. To be honest with you, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Mr. Pimpston, what's up? Rich Cucumber Eater USA, what's up, y'all? King Thrash, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it, man.
Cali Rex, what's up?
Yeah. Next topic, man. Let everybody get out of here. We don't want to have no long ass King Thrash podcast, like 4.5 hours.
That motherfucker, he makes a competitor to the multiplayer podcast. That shit is crazy.
King Thrash is a good dude, though, man. He's a good dude. He's a fucking pony, but he's a good dude, man. Next thing I want to talk about, man. Listen, so what's up with this? Anthem is not 4K on the X. It is 4K. Better frame rate on the Pro.
The whole thing is a mess. And FC Violence, as someone you have a PC and a pretty capable one at that.
Yep.
You got to chuckle a little when you see like these console guys. And I am a console guy, but we're literally bragging about like 3 extra frames.
That shit is crazy to me. It's crazy. First of all, like I was been trying to tell my Sony brethren, like, man, it's a demo. Wait for till the actual game comes out, or wait for them to get a better copy of the game, and they're jumping their back. Oh yeah, it runs better on the Pro and all this and that, and then you come to find out that it's 4K on the Xbox, which is 4 times the pixel count than the actual on the PlayStation, and then they're talking about frame rates now. It was 30 to
they're getting like an advantage of like 26 frames.
I'm like, come on, man, like do the math. One is 4 times the pixel, and only a couple frames behind you. Like, which one's the like? I don't know. To me, that's crazy. But even after all that, I play on PC. Like the frame, like this for this game. Honestly, if you have a decent PC or a good PC, I recommend playing Anthem on the PC. It's just way smoother. And if you don't have to use a keyboard and mouse, just bring your controller. I think the flight controls are better on the controller anyway.
They are.
I tried it on both. Yeah. But this argument is crazy, man.
Yeah, and even BioWare has come out. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but even BioWare has come out and said they're open to doing things like cross-play. Maybe that can come down in the future, cross-progression. Yep. So honestly, I would invest into Anthem on the PC if you can, because it probably will pay out for you. Not only will you have a better experience, but maybe you can even cross-play with your console brethren or sisters, whatever. And the thing is, like, okay, the PS4 Pro, as of the demo or whatever, is performing better, but you had to shut down the shit to 1080p. Like, exactly. That is an L right there, all right?
4 pixels.
You're not going to buy a 4K capable console and play it at 1080p. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. And if your frame rate were to go from 30 to 60 FPS, sure, I understand that. Like, Forza But no, to get like an extra 5 FPS at the most, no.
Come on, man.
No.
That's just
and
crazy.
people like Maslin pointed it out. Stop bragging about 2 extra frames. You should be upset that it's 30 frames anyways. Like that's what you should be talking about.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not a PC guy at all.
What you think though, Dirt?
Yeah.
Did you see all that stuff on Twitter?
Yeah, I did. I saw. Hold on a second.
Yeah, and while he's getting that, Rich of Cucumber Eater USA. When we're referring to the 1080p, you can on the PS4 Pro turn it down to 1080p to get a better performance. That's what we're referring to. We know what's native 1800p checkerboarded or whatever the hell they do.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of PlayStation guys. I mean, to be fair, Xbox guys are kind of doing that shit earlier in the generation because most of the multi-class was better on the PlayStation, but occasionally you would find that one that was kind of equal, or maybe the Xbox One had a slightly better frame rate, like was Assassin's Creed Unity, I believe.
The Unity
so,
engine.
Yeah, so we like, look at this shit. So it's the same shit. We doing this. I mean, they doing the same shit that we used to do. It is what it is, man. But I think it's cool. But the X is a pretty damn good system, man. Well, like Metro Exodus is native
4K native.
Is that game 60 FPS option or anything?
I don't think so. I don't think the other games did either.
PC then.
I think I will. But the Division, supposedly they're trying to target native 4K too. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, look the crispness, that's for sure. And I mean, what else do you got? You got that one fighting game. What was it, Dead or Alive or something?
Oh yeah. So see, that's the biggest slap in the face. A fighting game. A Japanese fighting game at that.
To be honest, I think that's just a bad port. There's no way the PS4 Pro has to be at 1080p. That doesn't make sense.
1080p, but it's not even that. It's 1080p without HDR. There's no HDR.
Yeah, that's a bad port.
Like what the hell? But that shocked me because it's usually the Japanese games when they try to use the X, it's not as great. Look at Ace Combat 7. You know what I mean? Like I think it's the same. Yeah, Tekken games like that, but. I was not expecting Dead or Alive to be 1080p with no HDR, and then the X version is 4K. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy shit, man.
But that's just the developer. I don't think it's because of the Pro, honestly.
Yeah.
Man, but look, at the end of the day, man, the PlayStation exclusives look absolutely amazing. God of War, oh man, so all that shit really don't matter to me. It like King Thread said, like you said, I don't think console gamers care really. Especially casuals. My friend has the original Xbox One. He got a 4K TV. I said, bro, when are you going to get Xbox One next? He said, I'm never getting that shit. Like you said, whenever the next Xbox come out, like Xbox 2, I'm going to get that one. I'm like, bro, you got a 4K TV. He said, I don't care. He's a casual, but I was like, damn, you really don't care. So
yeah, unless if you put that shit in front of his face, then he'll care. But he doesn't. He won't even look into that. Really?
Oh, he actually played. He actually came to my house and played 2K. He was like,
shit, really?
Like, it looked good, but I just don't give a shit. I was like, okay.
Damn.
He has to go see Red Dead or something, or Metro when it comes out.
Yeah, he gets to see Red Dead, but he just
be like, what movie you watching? Is this Tombstone? Like, nah, this is Red Dead.
Speaking of Red Dead, they need to fix that HDR shit. It really is worse with it.
Yeah. Hey, but you're right, King Thrash. Like a good game is a good game. You're absolutely right about that. Yep. So what else we got, y'all? What else we were talking about? We're gonna talk about because I didn't write them down. I think on the pre-show we forgot to talk about.
You were talking about the quarter thing.
Oh yeah, four games a quarter.
Yeah, so like a game each quarter. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. I don't know what it was like a news article somewhere. Microsoft is saying their goal is to release one AAA exclusive every quarter. So that's 4 AAA exclusive games a year. Is this possible, guys? What do you guys think about this?
So that the article you was talking about, I think it was from it was an analyst who spoke to Microsoft or investor or something like that, and he got the report from that. Currently, I don't think so. I mean, when they
a few years.
I mean, it's going to take them a couple years, and I think right now they have 13 studios. I think they need to get close to, I would say maybe 18 to 20 studios. I know right now a couple of those studios having two games each. Basically, that's what they're trying to go for. So currently, I don't think so. But I mean, if they want to be the Netflix of game, they're gonna have to do that, and that'd be amazing getting a game a quarter. You know what I mean? Like, has that even been done before?
Nah. Speaking of Netflix, did you hear they had was it 500 and something Xbox original? I'm sorry, Netflix original shows. Was it last year or some shit? Foreign and foreign American 500.
500.
Unless I misread some shit. That's how I said, whoa.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, because they do got a lot of
yeah.
original Netflix shit on there. But yeah, I agree with what you said.
Yeah, Netflix is getting every show imaginable. They're making even fun of it in South Park. Netflix, you're greenlit.
Right. But yeah, I do think it's possible. Hey, King Thrash, I hope they're good games. I think that's the goal for them to be, at least some decent games. But I think it is possible, like you said, violent. Damn, what the shit?
FC.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, FC. I keep on saying violent. I do think it's possible once they get in the groove, like the groove, like as far as Ninja Theory game comes out next year, Halo Infinite comes out next year, a couple other games, and the year after that, a couple other games. So I do think it's possible, but they do need a few more teams to pull this off. Honestly, like you said,
how many teams do you think they're gonna or studios are gonna get this year for E3?
I think maybe about two more, maybe
two,
maybe three more.
And they might not be like big AAA studios either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you think they will acquire another AAA studio at all, or do you think they're going to go for the small indie ones from now on?
If they
do you think they already kind of spent that AAA money?
Shit, yeah. I mean, that's what it seemed like to me. Unless it's literally you Biden again. That shit sound like you was underwater right there.
I don't know. I think their strategy is probably getting those smaller studios. I mean, smaller studios and then building them up into like a AAA studio with the funding by having them just make their teams bigger. I think that's probably the strategy they're going for. I think it's cheaper to go that way. How many devs or how many people work for Obsidian? Do you guys know when they were bought?
What's like I think it's over 100, but I don't think it might not be more than that.
That's kind of a big dev. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. We will see, man.
We'll see.
I do think they will pick up another couple of studios, but a big AAA one, I don't maybe. I'm not really sure about it, but yeah. One more thing before we get out of here. Something I want to talk about right quick. I want to talk about Days Gone. Am I the only one that's hyped for this game?
I'm a little skeptical, me personally, because originally I thought, man, Days Gone looked like trash, and then they showed some new videos. It looks better, but a lot of the PlayStation guys are starting to hype it up again. But for me, I have to get my hands on it and try it out. One thing I don't like, my criticism towards the game is that the running mechanics look weird. Like the way he runs and his movement is just not fluid. And the game, I mean, yes, a survival type elements to it, but it kind of feels like a little bit of like a Dead Rising to me, like how the zombies are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. I don't think it's gonna be like a game of the year contender. I think it'll be a decent game, and that's what I'm going for. But I don't see the hype for it at the moment. I think a lot more people are hyping up Dreams than they are Days Gone.
Yeah. Hey, King Thrash, y'all fucking ponies hyping up Dreams like shit, huh?
That shit is crazy.
I will admit the things you can do in Dreams are crazy, but let's not act like we can all do that shit. Like most of us in the community aren't gonna make anything.
That shit irks me, man. Hey, like one dude was like, one dude's talking about they can make Crackdown on Dreams, and one guy I think I was making fun of it was Halo, but it was like Play-Doh edition, right? They like
I saw that shit. I was like,
right? I'm like, that shit look like Play-Doh.
Him, like, bro, take that shit down. It looks awful.
That shit looks awful. And they're like bigging it up. He's like, oh, it's gonna be better than original. I'm like, get out of here, man. Like,
let's just see.
First,
to me,
it's just like an indie maker. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it might be fun, but none of you guys are devs. Like, you're gonna start playing it. You know what I mean? Going through the floor, and it's just gonna be whack. But
it's gonna be a much better Project Spark. But I personally don't care about those type of games.
I really
don't.
Did we hype Project Spark earlier this generation? Like, did we hype that shit up?
I didn't.
I mean, I remember I was really like excited by the possibilities of it when they were showing like how you can program the AIs, how the world is ever changing and stuff like that. Yeah. And then I got the game. I'm like, this ain't for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, I ain't about to make no damn. Listen, I'm not about to make no damn game. I like to eat. I don't like to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I wanna play the game, not create the damn thing. Like these guys.
I can't even make a house in Minecraft. I can't even do something simple as that.
Exactly.
I have no hope.
Exactly. Like I don't play Minecraft. I don't play games like that. I know a lot of people do, over 10 million a month or whatever do, but Like these guys, 706 gamers talking about Dream has potential. King Thrash is like dreams will be lit. Like how? Like how will it be lit? Are you gonna make something?
Right, man. That's Noah, ain't it? Ain't that Noah?
Is that Noah?
Yeah, 706 gamer. Yeah, that's Noah.
Yeah, he's a Noah the fraud. Like, come on, are you gonna make something? Like I don't understand it. Like maybe it's just me.
I think he's saying it has potential, like stuff like you can play that other people make. I remember telling me this cool FPS looking like game, but as for me, no, I'm not creating anything. I'm not even picking up the game. I'm good.
You're gonna buy the game and wait in queue to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. As for Days Gone, the game looks pretty good. I'm not hyped for it, but I will probably get it day one, and I will probably enjoy it. But yeah, and I'm seeing Dreamcast guy apparently made a impressions video where he shitted on the game. So now the Sony Nation is about to murder that guy. But it is what it is.
Well, you know what? Now, do you guys notice how?
You don't think the controls are weird though, or it's just me? Like it looks
for Days Gone.
The fluid, like when he's running, they do that backward camera thing. The way he moves, like people are making fun of Crackdown's movement. Like Days Gone movement is not natural either. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
but it has photorealistic graphics though. I think that's maybe a big difference. Man, I think it looks good.
The game gotta be fun, man. Like I don't know.
It looks good to me. I mean, I'm just curious. I'm kind of curious to see what it's gonna be.
I'm gonna check it out though. I mean, I hope it does well because I like zombie games, but
they're not zombies. They're freakers.
That's retarded, man. It's a zombie.
Yeah, people need to stop. Developers, all of them, they need to stop saying that shit. Just say a zombie. Like God. Hey, man,
so what was the name? Say the K. Like they were zombie. Like what they say the K. It was some other name.
Zeds.
Okay. Zeds. Yeah, Zeds. Yeah, I was making that.
I mean, that's fine though. I mean, there's a show that they call them Zeds, but ZZ zombies, freakers. Where do they get freakers from? What are the zombies called in The Last of Us? What are they called?
Apparently, they're not zombies.
They're not zombies.
That's what they say. Apparently, they're not. It's like some weird plant virus.
Oh, get out of here! It's a zombie. Another zombie.
They are zombies, but people don't.
Last of Us is more humans than zombies, though.
No. There's zombies. Like when you go into like the darker areas and stuff. And
yeah. But I mean, like you kill more humans than zombies.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Freakers, yeah. But yeah.
So why are you excited? Why are you excited for it, Dirt? Like what got you?
You know what? To be honest, I do love Sony single player games. I do love story driven. I'm sorry, bro. No, but I do know. I'm Xbox. Don't get it twisted. I'm Xbox, but I do like their games, and the story looks interesting. You know, decent graphics. I'm just curious of the story. The gameplay. It does have a Last of Us vibe, but The Last of Us is one of my favorite games ever. You know, to be honest with you, it does have a Last of Us vibe. As far as stealth mode, sneaking and shit, that part, throwing cans, but it looks good to me, and I'm actually hyped I'm actually hyped for the game, to be honest with
you. You just want to be a wannabe biker, man. This is like a bike fetish for you.
I know, man. Yeah, I got a bike. I'd be riding around naked with a vest on.
But speaking of basically zombie games, do you think The Last of Us 2 is coming out this year, or do you think it's early 2020?
I'm thinking 2020, man.
I think The Last of Us.
I hope it comes out this year.
Next year. I think Death Stranding is going to sneak out this year for some reason. I don't know why.
I think that's a little bit ways off. Really? At least another year. Yeah. Because even Kojima said it's going to take some time. So.
Are you guys excited for that? Like, honestly, can you honestly say you guys excited for FedEx Simulator?
No, I'm not excited for that shit.
That shit just looks weird. I'm sure it'll review well. I'm sure people are going to enjoy it. I'll probably get it, but I'm not like, I'm hyped for that game because I don't know what the fuck that game is. I don't.
King Thrash thinks Death Stranding is this year. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. It might be one, because think about it. Last year, Last of Us, they just announced it in March. It's like February. It's coming out in April. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Detroit. They just announced it a couple months before. It's coming out in May. So I think they can do that with one of them games, that like Ghost of Tsushima or Death Stranding.
That's not coming out this year.
All right, hold on. King Thrash, if that game does come out this year, will you please change your goddamn intro? That shit's weird every time I click your video. I see a fucking baby. Will you ever change that shit?
I can't.
King Thrash. King Thrash is a funny ass dude though, man.
Yeah, he is.
He funny as hell. But all right, y'all. I ain't got no more topics, man. Any questions in the chat for the panel? Don't look like King Thrash talking shit. No, you cool, man. I mess with you. I appreciate y'all that came through today.
Yeah, no problem, man. You gotta do this more often, man.
Yeah, man. I did my first podcast by myself the other day. I was crying by that Crackdown shit. I was like, y'all stop talking about Crackdown so much.
I remember that.
I was like, Crackdown it ain't that bad, is it? Stop talking about Crackdown.
I think you was the only one who did one of those because everybody else was doing the opposite, trashing.
Believe it or not, I didn't even make a YouTube video about it. I was like, all right, there's enough hate. I'm gonna troll on Twitter, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, you didn't do it, but Z did 4 straight days of this shit.
Yeah, he did.
He made 4 videos. That man went on Twitch.
Yeah, right here, Twitch.
This man retweeted his
shutting
video.
Me down on YouTube.
Right. This man went on Twitch.
Man, he said, shit. But you know what? Thinking about the early, like the beginning of this generation, he always been real critical of Microsoft, though. But I think Sea of Thieves was the nail in the coffin for.
Yeah, as soon as they told him to go chase a black pig, he was done.
Yeah, he said.
Do you think he's more tight at the fact that Sea of Thieves is actually successful?
I don't
think he even cares about that shit. That's dog shit to him. But to be fair, Z was actually very critical of Sony in the beginning of the generation. He used to make fun of Sony like how he does Xbox right now. But then when Xbox started dropping the ball and looking similar to what Sony did in the beginning of the generation, that's when he changed tune. So he always kept it real with his audience and himself. But King Thrash is asking us, what do we think the Metacritic of Crackdown 3 will be? I generally think it'll be in the high 60s, low 70s.
I think it'll be 71.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
It would not surprise me if it's a 68. 72. I'm gonna be real.
I think. I mean, the first one was was scored an 80.
It was 80, yeah.
And it's like the first game, but
I think
better.
It's raised.
Yeah, I mean, it has.
Look, it's an Xbox game. Xbox games have a tougher time.
They do. Like I'm still tight about Rise, man. Rise does not deserve a 60.
That did not deserve a 60. Now I do feel Rise
that shit got me tight.
Was a victim of the early Xbox hate. That game was not a 60, bro.
No, it definitely wasn't. I mean, Super Lucky Tail scored higher. Like, come on.
Right.
Let's be real.
Yeah, but I think 71. Oh, you said that's being generous overdone? Nah, I think it's gonna get out the 60s.
Oh shit, Thrash thinks it's a 64. God
damn,
nah, I don't think it's that low.
I'm saying 68.
Man, that's the order 1888 number or whatever, 85. That's what that's big at.
I kind of like that game though, bro. To be honest,
for real?
Yeah, I actually kind of like that shit.
Yeah,
it had a lot of
$5 pickup.
Oh, come on. Rise of 59. Rise was actually straight, man. I'd say Rise is like 70, like 8, 79.
It's a solid mid to high 70s in my opinion. Good game.
It's a launch game though. Like launch games are different to me.
That's what I'm saying. For a launch title, you know what I mean? Like it would name a better one, honestly. What the PlayStation had that was a launch title? I can't even remember.
Killzone, which was shit.
Trash.
Knack, which was shit. And the rest they had multiplats pretty much at the beginning of the
for the Xbox, like low was it? The 900p. The Rise still holds up, man. Like you go back to it and you see like the graphics still holds. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being defending of Xbox, but I don't know. I enjoyed Rise. I'm hoping they make a Rise too, but it's highly unlikely at this point.
Most PlayStation guys that I saw on Twitter, after somebody was posting that picture with all the Xbox exclusive with their Metacritic score in the 60s. Most PlayStation guys that I saw said Rise is probably higher than a 60 because, like you said, Super Lucky Tail was lower. I mean, it was higher than Rise. Come on.
Yeah, I think it was like a 64 or 65. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking because that's like the new benchmark. I don't think Crackdown's gonna get below a 64, 65.
Nah, they're going to get out of the 60s. It's going to be a 70 or a 71.
Yeah. Oh my god! I hope it gets out of the 60s because the trolling that will ensue.
Trolling
that will ensue.
I mean, they're gonna hate regardless, man. J-Dub said 68. I told him that if it gets high above a 68, he need to change his name.
Man, if that damn Crackdown getting the 60s, man, I'm not going on Twitter that day, man. Like,
nah, don't be like that, man. I'll be with you, man. I'm gonna troll him back.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We about to get out of here, man. Y'all got anything before we bounce?
Nah, I'm good, man. Appreciate that.
You got a channel, man? You got a channel?
Me? No, it's FC Violent. I haven't made any videos yet. I'm planning to start doing that through my own little rants.
We're gonna need some more Xbox guys out there. A lot of us gave up. I'm real. A lot of
I
those
see
gave
that. I came in when it was during the war. You know, what I mean? It's wartime, and we're losing on the reinforcements and battlefield. I got y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Nethos has been doing content on this channel. Well, the last week been kind of slow, but yeah, he's been more
honestly,
consistent.
I'm looking for news outside of Crackdown. I just can't take time to do that.
What videos do you normally do? Is it just gaming related, or is it Xbox?
Yeah, just gaming news, really.
Yeah, good channel. Man, you got a damn good channel, bro.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, the good channel. All right, y'all. We about to get out here. Thank you, everybody that showed up. Thank you to chat. King Thrash, thanks for showing up, brother. Mrs. Righteous Fish, Overdone, Joshua James, all you guys. What's the guy named Rich of Cucumber Eater? Hey man, that dude be talking shit. but like but he do like leave comments on my videos. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, get out of here. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.